Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Emergency Management Associates. We're coming to you from the Area Command, 392 miles west of Kitty Hawk Beach, North Carolina. Someone asked me for an update on Tropical Storm Betty. I'll talk about that in just a few minutes. I wanted to come on the air tonight. Lamb is the Light is asking, what's up? Why are we on so late? That's because we've had a very large earthquake, possibly a very strong 6.6 earthquake. It came out as a 5.7. USGS immediately downgraded to a 5.3, 5.2. I've done the magnitude adjustments. I've done the addition and subtraction, all of the mathematics about this earthquake. It is a large earthquake. I want to make that very clear. It is a large earthquake. I want to show you this right now. This comes from the back seismologist study page from the U.S. Geological Survey. These are the magnitudes. The first one came out as a 5.09 with 19 stations reporting. The next one was a 5.5 with 19 stations reporting. The next one was a 5.8 with 201 stations reporting. Now, I reviewed, it was not a 5.09. I want to make that clear. It was at least a 5.7, if not a 6.6. And I'm going to explain that in just a second. I took the middle application here as a 5.5 because it came out as a 5.7 and USBS downgraded it immediately to a 5.3 or 5.2. It said here a 5.5 with 19 stations reporting. So I did the mathematics on it. Guess what it came out to be? A 5.7 earthquake. The mathematics came out as a 5.7 earthquake. Now, later on this morning, I will get up in the morning and I will take another look at it, but this time I'm going to look at the 5.58 signatures here. I briefly took a quick look at it. 201 stations reporting. There were a bunch of sixes in there. There was 6.1s and 6.7s within the study page there. Folks, it was a larger earthquake. It was very much a large earthquake. USGS is also saying there's only 800 and some people that felt this earthquake. I call BS on that too. There was at least thousands of people that felt this earthquake over the entire Los Angeles basin. From northern Los Angeles, where this earthquake hit, up near the Grapevine, all the way south into southern Los Angeles and Orange County, and all the way out to the desert. Now, I've talked to Hope in here, Isaiah's granny. She lives out in Victorville. She told me her home rocked, and it was rough. She lives out in Central California. Now, folks, this was a much larger earthquake. How did Isaiah's granny, who lives on the opposite side out in the desert, feel this earthquake as rough and her home rocking all over the place? Okay, how did that happen? It didn't. She felt it happen. That earthquake was much larger than what the USGS is reporting it is. Again, I will come back with the final testament as how strong this earthquake is later this morning. But I want to show you what has happened here today. That is the most part of this entire broadcast. Okay, this came out as a 5.7 earthquake. I want to make that very clear. USGS downgraded it, which is a joke. It's a complete joke, as I've said before. USGS should never downgrade these quakes until they've had a chance to truly look at them, which they did not do. Okay? This is over on the north end of Los Padres National Park. Way up here near Santa Maria, east of Santa Maria. Folks, this was a much larger quake. Regardless of what they said, it was a much larger earthquake. You can see where it is. It's no wonder that Bakersfield felt this earthquake. It's no wonder that Lancaster felt this earthquake. or Palmdale felt this earthquake. Santa Clarita felt this earthquake. Riverside, Los Angeles, Anaheim, Santa Ana, Long Beach felt this earthquake. Okay, that's what's up. Mr. Mogus says, what's up, Ron? Why on so late? I'm telling you what's on right now. I want to make it very clear. I want to make this very clear. Los Angeles has had a very strong earthquake. Okay? This was at least a 5.7, and I'm willing to go out on a limb and saying it was probably closer to a 6.6 very strong quake. 6.0 to 6.9 is considered to be a very strong quake. I believe this was probably a mid-range 6.6. Okay? I can almost guarantee it was. Okay? Isaiah's granny, who lives out there, says Grapevine has reports of boulders on the highway. Landslides. That's not surprising. Interstate 15 goes up to Grapevine. Boulders on the highway. Interstate 15 in the Grapevine area is a very dangerous set of freeway, especially if you're going westbound on Interstate 15 out there. It's switchbacks back and forth. So most of the people are doing 80 plus miles per hour on the downhill. If there are boulders on the freeway there, they must be stopping the highway traffic so people don't go crashing into them. Hurricane Heather says, it's a solid 6.6. Look from all the reports. I've checked those reports and I appreciate that, Heather. I really do. That means a lot to me. I'm going to go over those reports if you'll send them to me either in text messages or in a email report. I'll go over those in the morning. But this was a much larger earthquake, I guarantee it. Now, I'm going to show you the location where this earthquake happened. Okay? They say it was 14 miles southwest of Lamont, California. Okay, fine. Not a problem. But folks, let me show you this. Okay? I want to show you this. Look what we have here. North of there, north of where this earthquake happened, we have oil and gas pumping operations. We have oil and gas pumping operations. This is where that earthquake hit right here. South of there, we also have oil and gas pumping operations. Look at all these oil and gas platforms just south of this earthquake. Oil and gas pumping operations, guys. Oil and gas. There's a reason why we have earthquakes here. There's a very good reason why we have earthquakes here. And not just that. Let me show you something else. Look at this. This is an exact location where that earthquake hit. Again, notice at the top of this slide, it says 5.3 earthquake. 14 miles southwest of Lamont. Check this out. Look at this, right next to an electric plant. Right next to an electric plant. What do we know about earthquakes? What do we know about these large earthquakes? They frequently happen next to oil and gas, but also electric platforms here. It happens all the time. This happens all the time. Also notice, over on the right-hand side here, right next to the electric platform, there's a fence around the platform. But look closely. What else are we seeing here? Windmills. We're seeing windmills. This is also a windmill farm. And we often have earthquakes near these windmill farms. It often happens. Now, guys, this concerns me. This concerns me very much. Thousands of people felt this earthquake. Thousands of people got notified, even though they are saying right now that the notification platforms didn't work that well and they didn't always get this earthquake out. Okay? But this was a larger earthquake. Now, if any of you tuned into my program the other day, on Monday, You're going to find on Monday that I talked about a large earthquake that happened in southern Mexico. A large earthquake in southern Mexico. What happened? Does anybody remember what that earthquake was? Does anybody have any idea how big that earthquake was? It was a 5.4 earthquake. I said at that point in time that earthquake happened in southern Mexico. And I said at that point in time, within 48 to 72 hours, we would have a very much larger earthquake in Los Angeles or Southern California. I said anywhere from the area of Imperial County down there near the Southern California border with Mexico or upwards of San Diego or Los Angeles. This is what's happened. Less than 48 hours later, we had what? A 5.7 earthquake. And it may very well have been larger than that. It may well have been very much larger than that. Okay? This was a large earthquake. This was very much a large earthquake. And we are having aftershocks all over the place. Someone asked me about half hour, 45 minutes ago, if there's a chance that this was a foreshock. Yes, there is. There's every bit much chance of this being a foreshock. Every earthquake has a 25% chance of being a foreshock. We're going to have to check on this. We're going to have to wait. It could happen within the next few hours, or it could happen within the next 6 to 10, 24 hours even. We'll just have to wait. It could happen later than that. But every earthquake has a 25% chance of being a foreshock. We'll wait. I have no problem waiting to see what happens. But folks, we need to be careful now. We need to be very, very careful. We may have a strong earthquake here. And if that's the case, we have problems. We have real problems. Because if this turns out to be a stronger earthquake than a 5.7 or a 6.6, we may have a major earthquake on our hands, like a 7.5 to an 8.0 earthquake. Now, I'm not saying that's what it is, because I think this earthquake was either a 5.7 to a 6.6, very strong. A mid-range 5 is a very strong earthquake, but a mid-range 6 is a mid-range 5.7 is a large earthquake, a very much large earthquake, very large earthquake. But a 6.6 would be a very strong earthquake, but it could be larger than that. So we're just going to have to keep an eye on this. I would ask everybody to keep an eye on it, and if it changes, and indeed it's a much larger earthquake, notify me. Text message me. Call me. Email me. Send me pictures. Send me identification showing me where it happened. I need that information to go on the air. I need that information to go up against the agency, because immediately the agency is going to tell me that I'm full of beans. And I have a tendency, as you all know, of coming out and showing exactly the data, because I want the agency to know that I don't mess around. Emergency Management Associates does not mess around, and does not mess around at all. We tell the truth. We go after the truth, no matter where the truth takes us. That's what we're doing here. Now, does anybody have any questions? Does anybody have any questions? Yes, I get a little bit riled, especially when the agency lies to us like they do. And they immediately downgraded. They did not even wait 2 minutes before they took it down from a 5.7 to a 5.3, 5.2. They didn't even let 5 minutes go by. I watched it. This is incredible. This is BS. It's honestly BS. They should not have done this. But again, we had an earthquake down in southern Mexico. Okay? It was a 5.4 earthquake. You guys may have seen it on this channel just a couple days ago. I said then that we will possibly have another larger earthquake in Southern California, and that's exactly what has happened. Okay? We've had a much larger earthquake in Southern California tonight, at least a 5.7 to a 6.6 earthquake. I've shown you the data. Okay? Again, I will be coming back on the air and showing you later today exactly how strong this earthquake is, and we're going to show you the aftershocks. The aftershocks are happening now. We've had probably 20 to 25 aftershocks. If that's a 5.7 earthquake, with 25 aftershocks right now, can you imagine how many earthquake aftershocks we're going to have later on at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 noon, 6 p.m. Eastern Time? Hundreds of aftershocks. Isaiah's granny is now saying she's seen 41 aftershocks so far. Not surprising. Before I came on the air, there was like 24, 25. Now there's 41 aftershocks. Hurricane Heather says it's over 30 now. Not surprising. Guys, NCWQ says 45 aftershocks on EMSC. Not surprising. Rebecca, please send me that data. I need to see that sometime in the morning. Okay? Does anybody have any questions? Hardnack Farm says her brother lives in San Diego. I'm sure your brother felt something. Maybe not hard shaking like Isaiah's granny did out in Victorville, but down in San Diego, they may have felt light shaking there. Not surprising. I used to live there. Many times if there was a very strong earthquake like happened in Northridge, we felt slight shaking in San Diego when Northridge hit in 1994. Not surprising. Animals and Humans in Disaster says check your subscribe button. This afternoon I was subscribed, tonight I wasn't. I was just going to mention that when I came on the air. Folks, we have now 5,622 subscribers. Last weekend, a week and a half ago, we had 6,000 subscribers. YouTube has unsubscribed over 200 people. Check your subscriptions and making sure you're still subscribed. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to this channel. Whether you're subscribed or not, check your subscription and resubscribe. When you resubscribe, you're also going to see a button that has a little bell icon on it. Click on that bell icon. When you click on that bell icon, you'll have a drop-down menu of at least 3 items. Click on the word ALL, all. That will get you notified when we come on the air, hopefully. But again, USGS and YouTube are of the same mind. They don't want to tell the truth. YouTube doesn't always notify you when we come on the air. Be advised. Yes, we come on the air all the time, morning, noon, and night. But more than likely, we will come on the air sometime between 6 and 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Sometimes it's a little bit later than that. We usually come on the air between 6 and 7 p.m. Eastern Time every day. Brenda Turner says she has a brother living in San Marcos. I used to live in Vista, California, just north of San Marcos. I've been in San Marcos hundreds of times, if not more than that. I used to go to Palomar College in San Marcos, and Miramar College, and UCSD, and University of San Diego, California, over in La Jolla. I've been there, done that. Anyway, please make sure you get subscribed to this program. Again, USGS has, or not USGS, I'm sorry, YouTube. I get so exasperated with USGS and YouTube, I get screwed up. But YouTube's unsubscribed over 400 people in the last 2 weeks. I'll give it a week and a half, 2 weeks. When I've talked to YouTube before about it, all those people have left YouTube. I call BS on that. Why do I call BS on that? Because I have talked to people. I've talked to people that were unsubscribed by YouTube. They had not left YouTube at all. They're very good friends of mine. Very close friends of mine, as most of you are. So please check your subscriptions, and if you're not subscribed, resubscribe. If you're not subscribed at all, subscribe and click on that notification bell so you get notified when we come on the air. Pat C says she's seen the earthquake app that there are 13 earthquake aftershocks in the Grapevine area. My earthquake app shows showed at least 25 before I even came on the air. It's growing by leaps and bounds. Isaiah's granny says it was over 40 just a few minutes ago. I don't doubt that at all. Not at all. But we need to show these people that they can't pull the wool over our eyes. Okay? We need to show them. I need to show them hard data. We can't just say it happened. We have to show them exact data. Otherwise, they'll poo-poo us and throw us in the trash. That's what they do. That's what they do. NCWQ Worldwide News and Disaster Explorer says 52 aftershocks sent to Messenger. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Look at this, guys. I want to show you this. Look at this. It now says 100 plus earthquakes. 100 plus earthquakes. 45 minutes ago it said 50. 45 minutes ago it said 50. Now it says over 100 earthquakes. Why? Because there's plenty of aftershocks. A ton of aftershocks. Okay? Close to the earthquake it says 50 plus earthquakes now. That tells us something. That tells us something. Okay? It tells us we can't trust them. We can't trust them. Look at all the earthquakes now. We have 3 dots there that show 20 plus, and all the other earthquakes in the area. There are probably over 100 earthquakes now. Over 100 aftershocks. Okay? Doesn't surprise me at all. There's where the large earthquake is. See that violet dot there? That's where the 5.7, 6.6 is. But look at all those other earthquakes all around it. Okay? Hundreds of earthquakes. Incredible. Does anybody have any questions of me right now? Lisa Marie is here. Thanks for the heads up on being unsubscribed. I was unsubscribed. Keep on reminding us. Thank you. Yes, I will keep on reminding you and everyone else. It's not you that does it. It's YouTube. It's YouTube. Isaiah's granny says that Ferris wheel is terrifying without an earthquake. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That that Ferris wheel over there in what is that? Little America. I don't even remember what that amusement park is called anymore. But I wouldn't get on that Ferris wheel or even one of those rides for anything now. They're dangerous. Not only are they dangerous, but if there's an earthquake and that earthquake hits with those rides, those people riding those rides, they're going to get killed. They're going to get killed. Linda Moses, who lives in Utah, is asking, can that pressure transfer to the Wasatch Fault? No, it can't. It can't do that, at least not automatically. It would take a long period of time for that energy to transfer all the way over to Utah. It's not going to happen. Any energy that comes to the Wasatch Fault comes from the north over at the Rocky Mountain area. That's where that Wasatch Fault gets its power. Okay? Isaiah's granny says the Ferris wheel at Santa Monica. Yeah, I've been there too. Sleeping Volcano says she uses 3 different earthquake apps. I use about 5. She has an iPad. I use about 5 different apps here. Okay, I use my earthquake app that you're seeing right there. I use Earthquake Tracker that you're seeing down there at the bottom right there. Earthquake Tracker. I also use the CSEM EMSC last earthquake right there. Okay, that's 3 of them. I have 2 others here as well. I have ShakeNet, which is an earthquake notification application. I have volcanoes and earthquakes from Volcano Discovery. And I had one other one, it appears, that I've been unsubscribed from. I'm going to have to bring it up and put it back in my earthquake applications on my device here. I have like 5 different earthquake applications I am using all the time. Lamb's Light says, got to try to sleep. Stay safe, friends. Good night. Lamb's Light, I'm going to bed as well. I appreciate all of you coming up and watching our program tonight. I apologize for coming on so late, but I believe this was a mandatory notification here tonight. Again, to recap, there's been a 5.7 earthquake in the North Los Angeles area, just north of Los Angeles around the Grapevine. There are reports of boulders that have rolled down off the hillside onto Interstate 15. I believe there's probably going to be a lot more than that. For those of you that came out from South Carolina and North Carolina for this update, there is update coming in now. Okay, that update is Tropical Storm Debbie has moved into North Carolina now. The epicenter of that tropical storm, the eye of that tropical storm, is just off the coast. It's wobbling between land and the coastline. The outlying arms of the storm are bringing in fresh water into the clouds. They're bringing fresh water from the Atlantic Ocean into the clouds and throwing that off into land. We're going to get anywhere from 24 inches to 40 inches of rain, 48 inches of rain within the next 48 hours. 48 inches of rain within the next 48 hours. You need to be prepared for it. Between now and Thursday afternoon, we expect anywhere from 20 inches on up to 48 inches of rain, which is going to bring in localized flooding and storm surge. That storm surge could be anywhere from 20 inches along the coastline up to 40 inches along the coastline. The highest point would be 40 inches during high tide. You need to be aware of it. Okay? Massive shoreline problems. Boats not being able to stay tied up to the mooring piers. Not just that, but boats being thrown off onto piers and roadways as well. And people that are parked in parking lots along the shoreline being inundated with seawater. That's going to happen. You need to be prepared for it. Move your boats, move your trucks, move your cars further inland. Get them away from the shoreline. Do not go driving during heavy storms. Do not go driving during heavy storms. If a roadway is washed out, don't cross it. If a roadway seems washed out, don't cross it. Why? Because the roadway could be undermined with water. If the roadway disappears underwater, don't cross it. Why? Because if your car goes over that roadway and there's water underneath the asphalt, it's going to collapse. Your car's going to go into a hole and you're going to die. Don't do it. Don't risk your life or the life of your family. It's not worth it. Stay home. If it starts raining heavy, stay home. Don't go out on the roadway no matter what happens. Stay home. That's what they told people in Florida. That's what they told people in Georgia. Stay home. Okay? Don't do it. Don't do it. Now, I will have a further update about Tropical Storm Debbie later today as well. Does anybody have any questions right now for me? Hardknot Farm says they believe it's because she did a video standing with the Patriots, and then after that, she had lots of trouble. Doesn't surprise me. I've talked about politics. Every time I talk about Trump or Biden or Big K, all kinds of things happen to me here on YouTube. I don't even give a darn anymore. I'm here to tell you the truth, and that's what I'm going to do. Okay? Arnold Smith says stay high and dry, and that's my advice as well. Stay high and dry. Everyone go get some sleep now. I will be back on the air later on this morning or afternoon. As soon as I get more information about this quake, I will pass it on to you. Everybody, please stay safe. I love you very much. Smart ass Patriot says, well, at least Ron will get paid, LOL. I hope so. I hope so. That's the other thing that's happened. We have not gotten paid in a while. I have not gotten any post office box letters or cards where people send us checks or cash inside the letter or card. We have not had any letter or cards in over 4 weeks. None. My cousin Donna and her husband Gregory sent me a PayPal donation the day before yesterday, and I love it. But that's the last PayPal donation we've had in a while. Please send us donations to PayPal as well. In the program description right below this video, we have our membership link. You can go and join Emergency Management Associates membership. I've kept the membership low, $1.99, $2.99, and $3.99. It's inexpensive for anybody to be able to join the membership of this program. I want everybody to be able to do it. That's why I kept the membership fees low. I've also got our email address there as well. I've got our post office box below that. 104 North Green Street, Box 105, Morganton, North Carolina, 28655. Ignore our email address, ignore our post office box in Valdez. In the videos we have going here, it shows our post office box as Valdez, North Carolina. It's no longer there. We have a post office box here in Morganton, North Carolina. Use that. Okay? I've also got our PayPal, our Cash App, and our Venmo app listed there below in the program description as well. That way you can get it immediately. Okay? Lisa Marie just gave us a $10 super chat. I appreciate that, Lisa Marie. God bless you for that. I'm also giving you an EMA sticker on your super chat, and I'm also giving you a thumbs up. We appreciate that. We need that help to keep this program on the air. I have quickly realized over 5.5 years that I've been on the air, it takes money to keep this program on the air. I pay $240 a month to have high-speed internet. $240 a month to have high-speed internet. I pay another $65 every 6 months for a post office box. If I don't get people starting to send me letters and cards in the post office, I'm going to take that down as well. So please do that. I'd appreciate it. SAP says she will join on payday. She says she's broke already. Not surprising. Everybody's broke. I appreciate that so much. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys. I will see you later on today. I was going to say tomorrow, but tomorrow's already today, Wednesday morning or afternoon. Annette Louise Walker says it seems like every week she gets resubscribed. That seems like as well. I've had to resubscribe to my own program. Our mods have to keep resubscribing as well. It's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. Kimberly Hopkins just gave us another $1 super chat. Thank you so much, Kim. God bless you for that. I appreciate everybody here. I really do. I appreciate all of our mods that work hard being here on our program to help us out here. I also appreciate all of you family members here. I love you all. You're just not people here, you are family members. God bless you. Dustin Kaglick says Cash App address says it's no good. Stupid Cash App. So don't use Cash App, I'll take that down then. Cash App told me a few months ago it worked. It does not. NCWQ just gave us another $1 super chat. Thank you so much. I just gave you a EMA sticker as well, and I gave you a thumbs up. God bless all of you guys. We really appreciate it. We will see you on the other side. Have a good night, everybody. Much love. See you soon. God bless.